Hey friends, welcome back to Glow Up and Grow Up. I'm Stacey and I'm here with Kaitlyn.
Hey, today's episode is for every woman who wants to embrace her soft girl area. Her soft girl era.
Like, let's talk about the soft girl area.
Who wants to embrace her soft girl era without without sacrificing any financial goals? Because contrary to what some people may think, living a soft life does not mean you're lazy or irresponsible with money or your life.
Exactly. We're breaking down what soft life really means, how building wealth is a form of peace, power, and why financial independence matters, even if you're married to Prince Charming. So let's get into it. So, soft life, actually, what does that mean to you, Kaitlyn? Because I would say I'll say we're both former boss babes. We don't want to identify like that lifestyle. Nothing against boss babes, but we've done that, been there, done that, and now we've moved into a new era, our
Yeah.
soft girl era. And so, what to you is a soft girl?
I think, and
Soft life.
I mean, same thing, but I think that for me, being in my soft life, soft girl era, I it just means stepping back and still having all the same pieces in the puzzle, but just putting them in a different order. Like myself comes first, my family comes first, and I'm not afraid to say no to certain things. Um, and what I have kind of learned along that is that when I say no to things that don't really matter that much, I still have time to do the hustle, but I'm not hustling to do it. It's part of my life, it's what I do, but the money is not disappearing because I'm choosing my family first or my life first. It's still there. I'm
Right.
just not prioritizing it over everything else. What about for you? What does it mean?
So if I look back from 40 to almost 50, so we're like 5 month countdown there to almost 50. I would say I prioritize my career first, before myself, but even before my family. I have to admit that I would, I was back then. I was even in my 30s. I was climbing that corporate ladder, um, working hard day and night, put work first, and that's okay to do in a season. Sometimes you have to, but it's not okay to not put yourself first. I think we've talked about that. So putting yourself first, number one. Um, and then, your job, if you have a job, even if you're a business owner, um, like that is not should not be your main priority. Yes, we all need money to survive, but at the end of the day, if you work for an employer, if something happened to you, they'd replace you the next week. So you just got to remember that. Like, yes, you're probably important. Yes, you're making a difference. Yes, you're doing all that, but you are replaceable. You're not replaceable to your children. You're not replaceable to your spouse, partner. Um, and you're not replaceable to yourself. So I think the soft girl for me is shifting priorities. Always, I mean, I'm always hustling. If you go watch me or follow me, everyone knows that. But what I don't always share is what I do in the morning, how I work out, how I take care of myself, my moments with my boyfriend, how that he makes me softer, and what people see is me hustling, and that is a piece of my life. But my soft moments aren't normally publicized. I think not because I'm trying to hide it, but it's my moments for myself. And I think I like my soft girl era, soft life era, even my makeup. So when I look back at pictures a few years ago, my makeup was a little darker. I'll always wear red lipstick because I got a whole red lipstick story that I've talked about that but just my makeup is a lot softer. Uh, when I look at my exterior, I feel like I'm softer than I used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see that in you a lot and I completely agree. Um I think that we both were in seasons for a long time where we were in fight or flight, where every single bill depended on us. Every single, like, if, the house got paid for, that was our job. If you know, like, and it was in a season of our lives where things were changing and moving, and you went from being married to divorced, like things changed there. I moved to a different city and rent went from very cheap compared to where I was living to triple in 2 years, and we were just in these lives that changed financially drastically, and we had no choice but to put the bills first. Honestly, that's, and it wasn't
Yeah.
even our jobs. It was putting the bills first, because nobody can get anywhere if you know you're homeless or your kids can't eat and all of that. So if you're in that kind of a situation, this episode might not resonate with you yet. You might be listening like, there's no way I can do that. And we've both been there. Like, we understand that. Um because if your bills aren't paid, like, that has to be your priority. I remember somebody, when I very first got into network marketing and direct sales, somebody asked me what my goals were. And I was like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, your first goal is to pay your bills. Like, you don't get, until this company is paying your bills, you don't have any other goals. And I always thought that that was like so profound, because I'm sitting over here like, I don't know, do I want a beach house? Do I want a boat? Do I want a Mercedes? But like, she's like, you don't get to have those dreams until your bills are being paid, until you're debt free. Like those are the things that need to be your priority in your goals first. Um, and then once you kind of get a handle on that and move into, you know, where the bills are paid and you can kind of relax a little bit more, um, you you have to transition to let that off of your chest. You can't live in that fight or flight for the rest of your life. It will drive you insane.
You might be in that season though where you're like, listen, like that has to be number one right now. And that's okay. That is okay. But just realize it's a season and you have to, once you can get caught up on your bills or, get everything paid off that you're trying to pay off, then you need to realize, okay, now I need to step back a little bit, and make sure I'm taking care of myself, making sure I'm prioritizing my family. But we've been there, understand the boss babe life, understand it well. Mad respect to everyone who's in that phase because it's a great phase. It's good to make your own money. Go out and buy your Louis Vuitton if that's what you want. Go buy your Mercedes, your Lexus, whatever. But been there, done that. Have it. Good. But when you get back to what really means in life is relationships and the relationships you have with your people around you, your family, and that's really what's important. And the relationship with yourself, I think, is the number one uh,
Oh yeah,
relationship you have.
absolutely. And I think for me, and Stacey, you shared a little bit too for you as well, that it's very easy to hide behind the hustle. It's very easy to hide behind boss babe and be the achiever and getting all the things and making money and buying the things and looking successful, but feeling like relationships are a huge void in your heart, or other things, and not, and using that success to not do the hard work, not get into therapy, not touch the things deep down inside that are hurting. And I think part of the soft life for me was admitting, like, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to have a family. I struggle with certain things. I went to therapy in 2018 and 2019, like every week pretty intensively. And I learned a lot of things that I was just stuffing down, hiding behind being really good at my job. Um, and I think that I always thought if I could pay the bills, I don't need to get married. But the real fear behind that was, what if no one chooses me? What if I don't get married? Like, and so anyone who is in a boss babe era, I'm just challenging you guys. If you're in it genuinely, go for it. But look deep down inside. Are you actually covering something? Like, is there something you want that's more? What, Stace, was it 2 or 3 years ago that on my birthday that guy came up to us?
Yeah, that was
We
crazy.
we were at lunch and it was my birthday. We were at a birthday lunch in Las Vegas, and some man, when I tell you he appeared out of nowhere, like
He really did.
literally
He
just
really did.
appeared out of nowhere. He like
From the
came
heavens.
from the heavens. He came over to our table and he asked me, like, what do you really want? And we were both just like, what in the world is
Well,
this
well,
man?
First of all, we were on a patio, and we were at the district down in Green Valley, and there's a walkway where you can pass people having, lunch, dinner, whatever on the patio. And so he just came up to us from the patio, from the walkway, and asked us what we wanted. And what was it? What we wanted in life?
Yeah. Yeah, and Stacy just answered really quickly and I was like, "I'm good. I don't need to talk to this stranger." I'm like, I'm all set. So then I think because I was a little resistant, he like honed in on me
Yeah,
and
yeah,
was
he
like,
did.
What do you really want? You can have, what do you really want in life? Like, what do you want that you don't think you're ever going to have?" And like, just went in and it was probably like a good 15-20 minutes. He was asking me questions and all of this. I have a lot of the conversation recorded actually on my phone because it got to the point where we were like, and I just like hit record because I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah, and he was from Hawaii. He was from
Yeah,
Hawaii,
his name was Sky.
sky. So he literally came from the sky. And then what did you tell him? I
I
remember.
I told him that I wanted to get married one day.
I don't
And
think you
that
ever
was,
said that out loud before.
no, that was one of the first times that like I was feeling it cuz I was dating and we had talked, but that was the first time I like told somebody that like wasn't my close people. Um and I was like, I think I want to get married and have a family, but I'm turning, I think I was turning 37 or 36. And I'm a little bit older, and but I love my job. I want to still be doing all that. And he was like, "Well, you can have both. Like, you can have everything you want. Don't just think you have to choose one or the other." And it was just a great conversation, and crazy enough, he walks away. We were looking for him to like ask him something or like find him. He was like literally just gone. We could not
Gone.
find him
Yeah.
anywhere. Like, and the path to leave, like you could see all of the things. Like he was gone. And then I met my husband 2 months later, which is wild.
That was a very strange encounter. I mean, I live in Vegas, so there's lots of strange encounters that can happen. But that wasn't a bad strange. It was a good strange. Um,
Yeah. And I
very,
think that's
very.
what started my soft girl era, to be completely honest.
Oh, well, I was there for that, and I was like, this is a very curious encounter. And I wasn't ready for the conversation he wanted to have. I think that was meant for you, and I think I must have felt that and let you kind of guide that because I was like, nah, this isn't for me. This isn't this guy wasn't sent here for me. It was sent there for you. I think to get you to say it out loud. And I think I've said
Probably.
that before. Say it out loud what you want in life. Like I say, whether you want to call it manifesting, whatever you want to prayer, whatever you want to, how you relate to it. Say if you're in your car right now driving, after you're done listening to us, then say the things you want in life out loud with Taylor Swift in the background. That always helps too. And then oh wait, hold on, you can't see Taylor in my photo. There we go. Oh, there she is. Okay. Uh yeah, so say it out loud. But that was a great story. That was a great
Yeah,
story.
it was crazy, but it really was the first time I think that I was like, yeah, why do I think that I can't be a mom, have a husband, all of this, and also be good at what I'm doing? Like, why is that ingrained in my head? Like, why do I have to choose? And I think as women, we kind of do. Like, there's the girls that get out of college and get married and have babies, and there's the girls that get out of college and get jobs. And like, it like divides.
Yeah.
And no one ever sits down and says like, sits a girl down and says, you can do both. What job do you want when you're a mom and have kids? Or like, what do you want to be with your in your life? And if a kid says a mom, they're like, no, but what your career? Like, no, if they want to be a mom, they want to be a mom. That's it. That's a full-time job. So I think the softness can make some people uncomfortable because it's like, for whatever reason, has pulled, it's been pulled out of society. Like, just being a soft girl is kind of looked down upon now, which is kind of weird. Because I think that's one of the beautiful things about women is that we are soft and loving and empathetic, and we feel and all of that. And I think society kind of tells us like, no, be strong, you take the power, you be in control. And our biological bodies aren't meant for that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the feminism movement, um, where, before women couldn't vote, women didn't have rights. Um, couldn't open a bank account. I think in the 70s, I'm not sure. We'd have to fact check that.
or have credit
But
cards.
yeah, you couldn't have. So we were oppressed, and then now we're not. And then I think it went a little crazy. And then I think we need to bring it back in as women that you can still be a beautiful woman, work or not work, be a mom, and be a loving partner to your spouse or partner, and be a great mom. You can do it all, but you just got to make sure your priorities are straight. And sometimes your priorities shift in different seasons of life, like I've talked about. I definitely, and I don't regret it. I mean, maybe a little bit, because I bet I missed some things, but I always put my son first. I did. Like if I had to be there, I was there. But I had family to help me raise him. I had friends around me. I've always had good people to help, and some people don't.
And he came with you to a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
He he had quite the educational experience with mom growing up, being able to travel and
he's traveled the world. He's definitely not a he's very spoiled. He knows it. He knows it.
yeah, but some people don't have help, and if that's somebody, if someone's listening and they're like, "Man, I don't have help," like hats off to you. That is super hard. My husband, when I met him, was one of those people, and it's hard. It is really hard, and I have a lot of just, I can't think of the right word, like just in awe of you, because that's hard.
Yeah, but if you don't have help to help raise your children, because it does take a village, create it. Go to your church. If you don't go to church, just develop good friend relationships to help you, because create your own tribe. If you don't have family with you, or you don't have family members, you can create your own help system. And I think the biggest thing is asking for help, because um I think people get like, oh, I don't want to ask for help, I could do it on my own. No, you can't. No, you can't. You need to ask for help. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs, when you, especially as single moms, like single moms that are holding it down. I only had one kid, right? And it was hard. And the people have multiple kids and they're alone. And uh, wow, I mean, I just love the single moms, because until you're one, you don't understand the struggle. Until you've lived with an addict, you don't understand the struggle. Until you've done this and that and that, you don't understand it. Even if you try to understand it, you just don't.
For me, in my life, I've been really big on feminine energy. Like, I love the whole concept of feminine energy. I always, for me, bring it back to the Bible and Christianity and how God made man and women and all of that. But I've done so much work on feminine energy. And one of the things about being feminine, which is also soft girl, soft era, um, is asking for help. That's a very feminine trait. It's not weakness. Um, it's not failing. It's actually strength. It shows strength to ask for help. Um, and it's community building. Um, and I never looked at it that way, but that I watched a whole YouTube video on asking for help and how that's super feminine and it builds communities and it's what builds bonds between two people. And actually, if you are in your dating girl era, men fall in love by helping you. That is chemically in their brain. It produces the love oxytocin or whatever when you ask for help and they do things for you, which I had no idea because I never asked for help.
Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's true, because the boss girl era is a masculine energy. No way around it. Kaitlyn and I have been in our masculine energy for a long time.
Majority of our lives.
Yeah, yeah, and I still feel like I'm in it. To a point, I still feel like I'm in it. I feel like I always will be, because I am not married, and I handle all the bills, and like, I'm still in my masculine energy, but it's finding the feminine energy, and that's something I think I am still learning and understanding what that is and what that looks like, because I am like, I'm just going to handle it. I'm just going to handle it. I got it. I got it. I got
Mm-hmm.
it. Even with my boyfriend, I handle a lot of his stuff, because it's him. You know what I mean? Like, he's very needy, and to say it mildly. And so I think if you're listening to this, do hashtag on TikTok feminine energy, and you're
It's
gonna learn
good.
so much. It's so much.
It's good. It just changes everything. It changes the way you do business. It changed the way I sell clothes, right? It's changed the way that I sell clothes and allowed my girls that watch me and buy clothes from me to feel more feminine and get into their feminine. It's just when you meet someone who is super feminine, girly, wears dresses, whatever, they're usually very polarizing. People either really like them or really don't. And it's interesting because a lot of the times they intimidate other women because that woman is in her masculine and there's something inside of her that is like wishing for a little bit of femininity and feminine energy, but it's like off-putting because you're not there. It's just crazy. Just research it, look it up. It is life-changing. It completely changed my life and internally made me so much happier because that's how my brain was built to work. Um so it's pretty cool. I'm always like, Stacey, you got to watch this video on feminine energy, or you got to you got to do this because it's just so good.
I'll probably today I'm gonna just search TikTok a little bit more on just refresh my memory because I don't think about it a lot, but I know that that's something that I need to work on still because I always will be in some form of masculine energy, just who I am, and my setup. So I need to remind myself again to be a little more feminine. Even though I wear pink all the time and you come in my office it's pink, pink, pink. Yeah, it's all feminine, but um
But
I
that brings
think
the feminine energy in more
yeah,
so than
but by default I default to masculine energy. But that's my go-to
because you've lived in it for so
because
long.
that's who I've lived my whole life.
Yeah, there are times where my husband will be like, "Okay, I love you, but we need to bring back the feminine energy right now." Because when I
That's
get
great.
stressed,
That's
that's me. I'm like, "Okay, here's the grocery list. This is what we need to do. We're gonna leave it this time. We're gonna do this." And he's like, "Where do I fit into all of this?" He's like,
hmm
let's bring back in the feminine energy." And it is nice to if you were dating out there, like it is nice to find a partner that you can trust to like, I don't have to do it all. He is very capable of handling things, and that as a woman that takes so much stress off. It's very nice.
Yeah, and if you have a partner or husband, uh train them on how to make you more feminine. Like, um, I've had to train my boyfriend that you open my doors. You
Mhm.
just do, and that's just a little thing. So he now opens my doors. I don't open the doors when I'm
Yep.
with him. Just little things like that because you are a woman and you deserve to have your doors open. And
Mhm.
it's just little tiny things like that. Just say, hey, you need to open my doors. And
Yeah.
it's not being like, oh, I'm a princess. No, you need to respect me and I'm a feminine a woman and those are little things. What are
Right.
some things you've trained Will to do for you?
Um
Trained like they're a dog, but you know what I mean, like
there's some things that there's some things I didn't have to train him on. Like he makes my coffee for me every single morning.
oh, I love first of all I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
Like
It is waiting on my nightstand when I wake up.
I do know that fact and I always thought, man, that is, I mean, talk about feminine energy. Your man brings you coffee to your nightstand.
Every
I mean,
morning.
we all want that.
I know. But that is something that I always make sure to make a big deal about and thank him for and tell him how much I love. So instead of just, like I can when I first met him, I was like, I can make my own coffee. Um, and now I look
Okay,
back and I'm like,
masculine. Okay, masculine.
stupid
Okay,
girl, why
masculine.
would you say that? But now I'm like, thank you. I love when you do that for me. And it's just like thanking him a lot. But I think one of the things that I learned is just how to ask for things. Um, how to ask for things and say I really want sushi for dinner. I'll say to him, instead of saying like, I want to go for sushi tonight, I'll say, I'm really feeling like a sushi date. Do you think you could plan that for us? And like that empowers him to do something for me and to make it a
Ooh,
date
that's some good
and
advice, ladies. Like,
yeah and
do
to just
that for us.
to be excited, and then afterwards I'm like, thank you, that was exactly what I was craving. And now like he has a win under his belt that he feels that he made me so happy, which he did, and like that, I think those little moments of taking that away from people being like, oh, I booked our reservation tonight for sushi. I'm really
Mm,
craving it, is so much different than, honey, can you make that happen for me? And like just being, and have you ever noticed like when guys do something and you're like, thank you, that was amazing, they just like puff up a little, like their chest
yeah,
hair,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
no big deal. And you're like, I know. But it's stuff like that, and just talking to guys. I've noticed instead of saying to him like, how do you feel about what's going on? Women are feelers, men are thinkers. So I always will say like, what do you think we should do? What do you think is happening? Instead of how are you feeling? I'll always ask him thinking questions, and then I'll tell him how I feel. Um and that tends to, because I feel like for a lot of men, when you ask how you're feeling, they're like, I'm fine, I'm fine. But when you ask what they think, they'll tell you what they think about it. So that's been a big difference that I've noticed has worked a lot.
So part of soft girl is financial independence, I think, or wealth building. As a boss babe, I mean, that's what it, being super successful, making sure you can pay your own bills, blah blah blah. Great, that's great, that's great. But once you get through that boss babe era, you still want to be a soft feminine woman, and you want to have a nice bank account or wealth building as well. And so how do you make that transition for yourself of, I'm still building wealth, but I'm a feminine, feminine. I'm a soft girl now. Um, our soft girl era, soft life. So, what are some things we can maybe share that we're doing to maybe help someone that, or someone that wants to make sure that they have, their wealth protected or building wealth, and especially stay-at-home moms that maybe aren't participating in the income of the family, but they need to be part of the conversation because this is your life too. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that for sure when I think of soft girl era, I think of just being secure, like feeling secure and being able to be like your inner little girl, like having that financial weight kind of lifted off your shoulders, the responsibility lifted off your shoulders. So making sure that um, you know, are financially secure is part of that. And you don't always want to just rely on a man for that. If you do, that's fine with me. I just personally cannot. And I also think that it's really important um to be with someone because you love them, not because you can't financially afford to leave.
ooh,
And I think
ooh,
that that,
ooh, that's a good one.
yeah, and I think that that is part of your soft girl era, is I'm with you because I love you, not because I have to be with you. And then you're able to actually love that person in the correct way. And we will have an episode all about divorce and all of that. But if you're
Okay,
in that
yay, can't
situation,
wait.
if you're in that situation right now, we hear you and we get you. But there are little things that you can start doing to protect yourself. And something that I wish that I knew about earlier is that you can, with the life insurance stuff, that you can protect yourself for years to come with not a whole bunch of money right now, if you don't have it. And if you start it early enough, you're good. And it's also can be like a little savings account. So it's post life and during life, you can use this, which I think is really cool. And it kind of just gives you that independence of like, okay, I have a little bit saved up that if I needed to take it, I could. Um, and I don't know. For me, it feels secure. I mean, my husband's name's on it too. Like he is the beneficiary of all of it. But I feel good that I'm putting away for our future or my future if he, leaves the world before I do.
Well, the fact is, one of you is going to go first, and that's the fact.
You mean we're not going to go together holding hands in bed with birds going over
Well,
us like Like The Notebook?
No, no, I mean, no,
Oh,
no. The fact
man.
of life is one of you, it will go first, and it's the responsible thing to do is to protect each other for when that day comes. Hopefully, it's a long, 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 long day away. So, but yeah, I think we as we talk, what we've talked about some finance on here. We both are uh, life insurance now. We both are licensed in that to help people, and just educating and a little bit of money away into different areas can really change your life and change your generational for your kids, your grandkids, and so learning about that. We'll be talking about that on our series, but throughout different episodes. Um, the Pink Money program that I'm starting, that'll educate people. Kaitlyn will be educating people, so we just want to make sure that that you're educated, and then when you're ready, make the right decisions so that you are protecting yourself, because you have to again think about yourself first and have the right things lined up. And I think that's extremely important for just making sure you're okay, and that you are, no matter what happens, that you're going to be okay. Um, because a lot of people rely on their partners for money, and I've seen how that works. And you gotta have your own little reserve fund, no matter what.
Yeah. And it's also, I think part of the soft girl era is less about, I'm going to hustle so I can buy this, and more about, I'm going to hustle today so I have the money to relax for the rest of the week or over the
Yeah.
weekend, or I can go spend time with my family. So that is part of, for me, I don't mind working an extra hour or two a day to put money into an account that I know I might be able to retire at 70 instead of 97, like
97.
and and spend time with my family. So I think that's part of my soft girl era too, is what I'm doing with my money. Um, I have Louis Vuittons, I have Chanel bags. Like that stuff kind of doesn't matter to me anymore.
Yep, I
Um,
agree.
if I'm not going to sell the ones I have. I like that. I
Yeah,
I
sure.
have it. I got it. And if you don't have your first Louis Vuitton bag or your first designer bag, I'm all for you going and get it, girl.
Go get it.
You
Go get
figure
it.
that out. Go get it. But I think you don't need 27 of them in your closet. If you don't have a savings account, you don't need six $5,000 bags
Or you could go on a cruise and stop at one of those little places and get a fake Louis, and nobody knows the difference really. Just
at this point.
$200.
I mean, on TikTok,
I have a couple, I
did
think.
you see what they were doing on TikTok in China? They were
Oh yeah.
The warehouses are like, oh yeah, we make for Louis Vuitton. $100, you
Yeah.
want it? Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody knows anymore. Nobody knows.
I have Louis Vuittons, and like I'm looking at one right here. I have my business bag right here. Let me just show you this bag. I've had this bag. This is my business bag. Like, this is a
I
real
love it.
Louis. And my ex-husband actually bought this for me. How about that? And but I
That was
love
the
that bag.
nicest thing he ever did.
I think it is, but I love that bag. It's so functional. I'll have that bag for the rest of my life, right? Because
Yeah.
that's like a timepiece, timeless business
Right.
bag.
You're allowed to like nice things.
Yeah, but will I see myself buying another Louis Vuitton bag like that? No, I'll go to TJ Maxx. I mean, honestly, I'll go to TJ Maxx. I'll go to Nordstrom Rack. And it's not that I can't afford it. I can go get myself one. It's just not important to me anymore. I'd rather put that money in my IUL and let it compound and make me money than go spend $3,000 on a bag. So
Right.
that's just my phase of life I'm in right now. And then I don't mind going to the little cruise port and getting me a little fake Louis,
Yeah.
because I have some of those too.
Yeah. Heck. I wanted my beautiful diamond ring when I got engaged and all of that. My wedding band, moissanite. I'm good with that. I didn't want to spend 10 grand. I wanted a big sparkly wedding band to go with my diamond, my ring. And I was like, I don't want to spend all this money. I think it was $65 on Amazon, and I get so many compliments on it.
Nobody
And
knows.
that's,
Nobody knows.
well, everyone that's watching knows
Well, now
now,
they know. Now
but
they
I
know. Now
love
the
it.
secret's
But
out. Now the secret's out.
I mean, I love it. I love it. And I didn't want to spend all that money on something that, you know, I would rather put money away, or I would rather do upgrades to our house that will make us money one day if we sell it. Like, I would rather do things like that. So I think that that's part of the soft girl era too, is like, I don't care what anyone thinks if they find out my wedding ring, my wedding band is moissanite. I don't care. I love it. Like, it doesn't matter to me if you're judging me. Don't care. Like, I still sleep just fine at night next to my handsome husband who I like to cuddle with. Um, my wedding ring has no, power over my life.
Well, I'm not even married, and I wear a ring on my wedding finger
I love it.
because I like my pink sapphire, whatever it is.
I mean, I love that. And here's the thing about jewelry bags and all of that. They tell you that it's resellable and it's an investment and blah, blah. It is not. Have you ever tried to sell diamonds? That you get pennies on the dollar
You
for
get
them.
crap. Yeah, no.
So don't believe all of that. Like, put your money into something that actually is growing. Because, and if you have kids too, like, we're trying to teach Will's teenage daughters to start putting money away now at 16 and 17, because if they can put money away now, what a difference that would make. That would change things generationally for them. Where my husband and I, started at zero or negative zero with college debt, and so I think that as you get smarter, you pass that on to your children, which is also soft girl era, which is also, taking care of your family first, and making sure that they're good. And I love that. I mean, there are people, we've been on a lot of meetings and stuff, and he talks about, generational wealth and leaving things for your kids. I think Stacey and I are both like, they can do it themselves. Well, we're going to enjoy our money.
Yeah,
And, we'll
that's
give
for
them
sure.
the generational tools in their brains.
I'm like, I'm spending every dime. Sorry, Christopher. He's like, don't you do that? Don't you do? I said, I'm spending that money that I'm gonna make when I'm 80 in my IUL. He's like, no, you gotta leave it for me. I'm like, buddy, no,
You start your own now.
no, because I have that $1 million policy. He's probably counting the chickens that that he's gonna get that money. I'm like, I'm spending that. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. I took a picture. I was going through all my old stuff to put it in the attic, and I took a picture of all my old dance costumes, probably 50 of them. And I said to my dad, so I'm guessing this is my inheritance, huh? And he is like, that's where a lot of it went. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But I think too, we got to let go of shame around money too, and like spending on stupid things or dumb decisions that you've made. Businesses, like, wherever you're at today, soft girl era, let it all go and just start from today. Start moving forward. If you're feeling like, okay, I'm definitely in my masculine, I'm a little harsh all the time, I'm just, I'm hustling too hard to pay every dollar, like every bill, like, reach out to us, go on our Facebook group. We will be very active talking about this, but you just let go of everything behind you, shame, anything, guilt, whatever, and start fresh today.
Yeah, and if you have debt, put a plan in place to pay it off. We all have debt. We all of us do.
Yep.
So I think you feel better when you have an actual plan and a goal. And once you have a plan and a goal and you start tacking it, can you imagine right now if you barely had almost all your debt paid off? I mean, how freeing is
Yeah.
that?
I
That's
paid off all
freeing,
my debt in 2020, and it was so great. And then
right?
2021 and 2022 hit, and they were hard years.
Yes, they were.
And I got a lot of it back. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So, and
But you
I
have a
love
plan.
that I have a plan in place, and I love it because when I do that plan, I know exactly how long it's going to take me to pay it all off. And when I do that plan, I feel as though I have extra money. I don't feel guilty to get certain things. Like, I get Botox, and that is on my list of things when I got married to my husband that I will not change, because I'm on camera all the time. It's just something that I do
It's a
and that I
business
like.
expense. It's a business expense.
Well, don't tell my CPA that. But I don't feel guilty, and I don't spend a lot on it because I'm still 39
That's right.
for now. But I don't feel guilty putting $250 towards Botox when that plan has been done, because I've done my duty that month to get one step closer to paying off my debt and still being on the plan. But I do feel real guilty when I just put all my minimums down and now I'm going to spend $250 on Botox, so
250. That's pretty cheap. I mean, it's like 500 here in Vegas.
I only get 20 units.
Oh. I've only gotten Botox once, and then I look like caveman right here. I did,
Oh,
right?
I know you did.
I did, so I'm scared.
Yeah.
I've only had it once, and it was right here.
Well, if you tell them that, they should know where the muscle is to not do it. People do Botox from home now. Nobody tag me in the comments telling me to do it from home. Not one person. I will not. Absolutely not. I don't want to be
I,
walking around like with
I don't
one
want to look
eye
like
shut.
caveman again. This is like me. That remember I was like, it was
If that
terrible.
is for you, go for it. I'm a DIY girl. I do my own nails. My lashes when I have them on, I do it myself. I love it. Botox needles in my face, into my muscles, paralyzing things. I'm all set. I don't need to buy that from Korea. I will buy the rest of my skincare from Korea. No. My soft girl era is soft skin, not.
that was me.
I will mess it up. Like, I don't
I'm
think
scared.
you know me. I will mess it up.
I might get a facelift before I get more Botox again.
See, we like nice things. We do frivolous things. It's okay. But we also feel comfortable. I feel, Stacey, don't you feel less guilty doing stuff like that now that you know that we have money building in the bank?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't feel
I never felt guilty. I mean, I never felt guilty.
I did.
But I mean, it wasn't always the best decisions, but you know.
We're just girls. That's my favorite part of the feminine era, is just being like, I'm just girls. I'm just a girl. We say that a lot in our house, and the girls outnumber the boys in this house 3-1. And my husband's like, one time we were in our room and he's like, I really hate when you guys say that. And I'm like,
what, we're just girls?
Yeah, because we say it for everything.
We're just girls.
I left the fridge open. I'm just a girl. Oh, my tire's flat. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl in the world.
Yeah. I'm just a
Gwen
girl
Stefani.
means I'm just a girl usually means Will has to fix something. That's usually what it means. I love it. So I love today's conversation because living a soft life and being financially smart are actually not opposites. In fact, they kind of support each other. And building your wealth. And when I say wealth, that can mean $100, that can mean $1 million, but building that one step at a time is actually what allows us to be a little bit softer and to have that feminine energy allow into our lives, even if we're single and independent, which is awesome.
Yes. So here's the challenge this week. What's one money decision you're proud of today? Share it in your story. Tag us. Go to our lounge and post it there. Money, that's something that you're proud of. Maybe you paid off a small credit card. Maybe you did something big. Maybe you paid off a student loan.
Hey, maybe you even bought a Louis bag and that has been what you wanted to do and you saved for it. Like,
do it.
If you put it on a credit card, I don't want to hear about it. But if you paid cash for it, I want to hear it. That is a win. Okay.
Yep. Let's normalize celebrating financial wins, big or small. Use glow up, hashtag glow up and grow up. And so we can celebrate with you on anything that you have achieved.
Yes. And as always, let's hang out in the lounge, discuss this episode. If you have questions on feminine energy, your soft girl era, if you feel like you're stuck in masculine energy, if you have questions about money, how to start investing into your financial future, any of that, just go ahead, post it in there, reach out to each one of us. We would love to talk and discuss more. Please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, wherever you're listening. We're getting closer and closer to our season finale, and there's going to be a break in between seasons. So you're going to want to be subscribed so you know what's going on while we are on break. But leave us a review, please, 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 and share this episode with any of your girls who are building their soft, rich lives. We love you. And
soft, rich lives.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We love you, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.